Hello everybody, thanks for tuning in. I am just doing some cooking today and thought I would show you what I am cooking. This is something that I've kind of been doing a lot lately. It's like a breakfast, hash, or lunch. It's kind of like a Mediterranean thing. You've got like your spinach and tomatoes and onions and garlic and all that stuff mixed into hash browns that I chop up and put in the air fryer. If you don't have an air fryer, that's cool. Just cook them on the stove ahead of time, in my opinion. That's what I do. Again, not a professional chef whatsoever.
For this recipe, you will need oil and salt, pepper, onion, garlic, red pepper, cherry tomatoes, a potato, spinach, eggs, and turkey bacon, completely optional.
So you always want to start by chopping the things that are going to be cooked first. So in this case, it's going to be the onions. And make sure that you're cutting all of your ingredients the same size because you want everything to cook evenly in the pan. So make sure that you're doing it all. I assure you my fingers are safe. It looks like they're not from this angle, but they're good.
When you're all finished with that onion, you are going to move on to that red pepper of yours. If you don't have a red pepper, no problem. Either skip this step, cut other vegetables that you plan on putting in here. This is all personal preference and what you have in the fridge. This is what I had in the fridge, so I'm going with it. Off camera, I also have a frying pan heating at about a low-medium heat with a bit of olive oil in it. Again, you can use any oil you want, just make sure the heat is a low-medium. Cook those onions for about 2 minutes until they are translucent, stirring frequently so they don't burn. Do a dance while you do it so you can look as ridiculous as I do. While your onions are cooking, take the time to chop up your garlic right now. It's been a couple minutes, so go ahead and add that red pepper in. If you're using any other vegetables at this point, you've got broccoli, mushrooms, anything like that, add those in now and let it cook down for a few minutes.
When I started making this recipe, I actually didn't have oil in the house, so you're going to see me using a ton of pan throughout, and I'm just trying to keep the pan nice and oiled. If you're using regular oil, you don't have to worry about this. You shouldn't really have a problem. If you don't have cherry tomatoes, you can just skip this step altogether.
Everything's been cooking down, so I'm adding the cherry tomatoes and the garlic together at the same time, giving it a stir. You can't see, but off camera I am stirring it every minute or two while I'm chopping everything else up. If you want to add any meat like bacon, turkey bacon, I'm adding turkey bacon to mine. I am taking it out now and chopping it up into bite-sized pieces and adding it straight into the pan so it gets nice and crispy. I am adding the bacon and I am letting it cook down for a couple minutes before I move on to add the spinach. If you've been wondering when I season my food, the time is now. I like to wait till I get everything in the pan to season. If you want to do it differently, go for it. That's personal preference. I'm just using salt and pepper. I find that there's so much flavor already from everything else that you don't really need much more. It's been about 3 minutes, and as you can see, my mixture has cooked down a bit and I'm adding my home fries in. You can make your home fries on the side any way you like. That could be done in the oven, in the air fryer. You can buy already made hash browns. It's up to you. But this is just the time to add it all together and let it cook down so it gets cooked all together and finishes nicely and all the flavors mix. I have plated the hash and I am just cooking an egg because I like to put one on top of this. If you don't like eggs, no problem, don't include them, but if you do, you can cook it any style you want. I like mine over easy.
This is it. This is a breakfast or even like a lunch or brunch hash. Oh, we got a little guy. It's kind of hard to see it. No. Oh, relatively easy to make, just kind of a lot of prep, chopping, stuff like that. You can add as much or as little as you want to this. Sometimes I add mushrooms, sometimes I don't have red pepper. It's literally what you have and what you don't. I do strongly recommend a lot of onion and garlic because that's what gives it a base flavor that's really good. You can do eggs on it if you want. If you don't, that's fine, but you can scramble them. Stuff like that. I don't know. You do you. This is something that I've been eating a lot of lately and loving it. So that's it. I'm gonna sit and watch Netflix for 4 hours and eat this. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy it. I hope this is just helpful in some way, or not kind of like, that was the worst. What did I just watch? Bye guys.